guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be talking about anxiety, depression, and how I stay positive, or how I try to stay positive as a disabled woman living with a chronic illness. So this idea was actually given to me by somebody who also struggles with fibrous dysplasia. His name is Darren. Hi Darren, I know you're probably gonna watch this video, so I just wanted to say thank you for the video idea. I did have my followers on Instagram vote on whether they wanted to see me do this video or Googling scoliosis, and pretty much 75% of the people said that they wanted to see this video, so that's what we're gonna do. I do want to put this out here first, that I do have a long history of mental health problems and an umbrella of conditions under mental health, including depression, anxiety, PTSD, and eating disorder, quite a few things actually. So I am no stranger to depression and anxiety, and it got really bad when I was in high school, especially after I had to have my 2 spinal fusion surgeries. That kind of really put me in a really bad space, and I was hospitalized quite a few times actually, for different things, and I survived a suicide attempt, and I'm very grateful to still be here today and to be able to tell my story, but I am no stranger to mental health challenges and whatnot. I'm just gonna throw it out and say that, being a disabled woman and having become disabled at age 22 really affected me. And if you haven't been following me for a long time, it took me nearly 5 years to get disability, and that was extremely difficult on me emotionally. Anytime I would get a denial letter from disability, I would fall into a huge depression, and I would be like, do I really want to keep fighting this? Like, I got denied over and over and over again, and I had to go through a trial and everything, and had to get a lawyer. So during that time period, I was extremely depressed, and I ended up losing half of my body weight, and relapsed really bad with anorexia, and was very sick. And in my mind, I didn't want to take care of my body when my body was constantly hurting me. I didn't think it made sense. I had lost so much weight at one point, and I was waiting to have my very last surgery that I had done on my leg. They took out the huge plate that I had from my hip going down all the way to my femur, and I actually had to have my therapist at the time work with my orthopedic surgeon because I was so sick. So I actually had to gain weight in order to have the surgery, and in my little messed up head, I was like, wow, why do I have to do this just to put my body through more stress and like surgery after surgery? And I was very sick for a long time. I didn't know how to handle what was going on with me. I didn't feel like anybody would really love me. I was very unhappy. So since I became disabled, I've kind of had to learn ways to stay positive, to make sure that I can get through the day, or if I'm having a surgery or a procedure coming up, I have tried to learn certain things and tried to find hobbies and coping skills to keep me from falling deeper and deeper into a depression. So Some days I don't want to do anything at all. Some days I'm in so much pain that I can't do anything at all, even if I wanted to. But some days my depression gets the most of me, because if I'm having a bad flare-up, it affects my emotional state, and I get hangry, I say, which is angry and pain mixed together. So sometimes there are days where I don't want to do anything at all, and I have to force myself to do something. But the things that I've found helpful for my mental health and trying to stay positive have been finding coping skills that bring me joy. So some of those include writing in a journal. I have been writing in a journal since I was very young, and it's just always been something that has helped me. So I have like so many journals laying around that have been filled with my writing. So being able to write things down and to get my emotions out on paper, and then know that they can stay, that they can stay in that book, and then I can try and move on from whatever negative thought I'm thinking has been really helpful for me. Sometimes not so much. Sometimes I get really depressed, and if I write too much, my mind can go ahead of me, and then I have to stop myself. But writing has always been something that is so therapeutic for me. And I don't keep a blog or anything, but I keep a journal, and I write in it as much as I possibly can, just because I personally love to write, and that is one of my main coping skills. The second thing is reading. I love to read. I love all different kinds of books. Right now I'm reading the Game of Thrones trilogies, which is by George R.R. Martin, and I'm reading the first one, A Game of Thrones, and that's what Game of Thrones is based off of, the TV show. And I love reading because it transports me to a different world. So in my head I can escape thoughts that are, if I'm getting irrational thoughts or I'm really depressed, reading helps me escape that and fills my head with knowledge and with words and a story, and I just really love to read. The third thing is art. Today I literally just was like, I don't know, I just want to get my hands dirty, and I just grabbed my oil pastels and just started drawing a bunch of random stuff. But just the act of doing something with my hands, whether it's drawing, painting, I used to knit scarves all the time. Pretty much anything that involves art I really love, because I'm a hands-on person. So when I do art, that although like I'm thinking of things while I'm doing the art, I really enjoy like the adrenaline or the endorphins that you get from doing art. The fourth one I would say is video games. So before I started dating Max, I really wasn't into video games, and he just kept saying to me, like, I really feel like they'll help you because, you're disabled, and it really helps you get out of your head, and you can be transported to an entirely different world, and you can do anything in a video game. You can fly, you can, depending on the video game, there's like endless possibilities. So since I've been dating Max, I fell in love with video games, and my favorite video game is Splatoon 2 for the Nintendo Switch. I love that game. It's the first game that I watched Max play, and like I was so weird about it. Like I used to want to watch him play it before I had a Switch and before I had the game myself, and I was like really nervous to play it because I'm really terrible at video games until like I started to get used to like what it is, and everything in the controls and stuff. But I do really love Splatoon 2. That's my my favorite game. Of course, I've been playing a wide range of games as well. Majority have been on my Nintendo Switch. I really do love Nintendo. I love Pokemon. I love Mario Kart. I love just, I don't know, pretty much anything Nintendo. The fifth thing is that I have a therapist that I adore and I love. I really believe in having a therapist and a psychiatrist. I think even if you really don't have mental health problems, that having somebody that you can talk to outside of your family and friends that can give you another opinion is just an amazing thing to have. And in the past, I haven't really gotten along with very many therapists, so the therapist that I have now she's amazing. I love her so much. I can text her at any time of the day and she's right there, and she's so caring and really knows how to pick me up when I'm down. And I have a great psychiatrist, and he's so nice. But I really do believe in having a psych team to help you navigate things in life, especially if you have a history with depression or anxiety or any kind of mental health issue. Having a therapist is so important. And without my therapist, I don't know if I could have gotten through certain things or had the strength to do them without her cheering me on and telling me that it was the right thing to do. So I really do believe in having a therapist and a psychiatrist, or just somebody that you can go and talk to that is not a friend and not a family member. Although friends and family are really nice to talk to, sometimes, like I said, it's really nice to get guidance from another perspective and somebody who's trained to help you. The next thing is I lean on my friends and family that are there for me, and there's not very many of them, but the friends and family that I do have, like my mom, my friend Michelle, hi Michelle, my boyfriend, and a couple of other people. Having a good support system is really important. I've lost quite a few friends over the last couple of years. My depression kind of makes me less social and kind of like alienate myself. Well, not alienate. I'm not an alien. It makes me just want to kind of be alone, and that's on me. But having a good support system is really important. And then you can also put having a therapist into that support system. So I really believe in having a good support system. The next thing is that I always say that I take things one day at a time. It's really natural for us to, like, our minds to go way ahead and to obsess about the future or certain things, but for my brain, I literally have to take things one day at a time. Otherwise, I get very depressed, I obsess, I get into a really dark place because I need to focus on what's happening right now. Like, things are already stressful as they are right now. Why would I make the jump and hurt myself by thinking of the future and everything that I won't be able to do? Which brings me to my next thing is to, when you think about all the things that you can't do, make a list of the things that you can do, because focusing on the things that you can't do isn't going to do you any good. Like, if I sat here and was like, I can't work, I can't have kids, I can't go running, I can't exercise, I can't do X, Y, Z, and blah, blah, blah. If I just focused on all of those negative things, I would be depressed 24/7. And sometimes my brain goes there. I said I have depression, that's just natural. But I need to bring myself back and think of the things that I can do. Or because I'm anticipating the permanent stimulator surgery, and I'm trying to not focus on the things that I can't do right now while I'm waiting for it, and focus on the things that I will be able to do when I do have the permanent stimulator. So I've been telling myself, like, I know you're in pain, but when you get the permanent stimulator and you recover, you know, you're going to be able to have more independence, you're going to be able to leave the house on your own, you're going to be able to go see people. So that's really important for me as well. The next thing is that I do like to put little reminders, like whether it's on my desk or having a background with a positive quote, or looking through Instagram for quotes and stuff that I relate to. I really do like to surround myself with that, and this is a perfect example. I got this from the dollar store, but I have it on my desk. So this is a perfect example of just, once again, reaffirming those thoughts, like, I can do this, like, instead of focusing on the things that I can't. I hope that this was helpful. I'm sure that there are so many other things that could help with mental health, but those are the things that I try to do daily to try to, you know, get through the hard times and to wake up the next day. You know, my life is hard. I spend every single day in pain, and I can't leave the house like a normal person can. I can't work. If I just sat here with those feelings all day long, to be honest with you, I want to be sitting here. The more that you put those negative thoughts, like, into your head, the worse off you're going to be. I tell myself I'm strong. You know, I think about all the things that my body has been through, and I'm like, holy crap, really, you're freaking strong. You're a warrior. So remember to tell yourself those things. I hope these tips are helpful. And if it helped you, press the like button and leave a comment. You know, we're all in this together. I really do hope that this video helps you, whether you're disabled and have chronic pain or you don't and you just have depression. I really do hope it helps. I do want to show you guys this sweater that I have turned into a crop, but it says, "Don't hate, advocate." And I got it from the Able Fables, and I did turn it into a crop, but it is really cute. You can get it from the Able Fables. You can follow them on Instagram, but I did want to show my cute sweater out. That's all for today, and I love you guys, and stay strong, and if you need to talk to somebody, message me. I'm here for you. So I love you. I'll see you guys soon.